Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I have been putting this off for so long, but I really want to wear my slippers. I really truly want to wear them, and they've been sitting in my room because I only did one as kind of like a preview of what is to come. You guys are going to love the way these came out. I did a post a couple weeks ago about my faux fur slides and how I really wanted to make them, and everybody went a little nuts. Like, people really liked the idea. I love the idea. I loved it when it first came out. The Puma slides, and I think Rihanna was wearing a pair, and Kylie Jenner was wearing a pair, so I was like, I have to do those myself. So I'll show you guys the ones that I made. If you're on here, say hello. I want to know who's watching, and I can't see who's watching, so make sure you say hi. So these are my slides. I made one already before I filmed this video. It's just a plain old Nike slide. See, it even has the Nike on the side. But I added the faux fur to it and made it fabulous. So keep watching this if you want to see how I made these. Okay, so here we go. I have my other shoe. It's just, again, a regular Nike slide. Sorry, the fur, like, goes all over the place. But I think I know my dad brought these slides for me, and I want to say he got them at regular Nike, not the outlet or anything like that. But you don't have to use a Nike slide. You can use any slide that you have. I know there's like cheaper ones. Maybe like Champion has a slide that's a little cheaper. And yeah, so you can use any slide, any color, whatever you want. My other materials, I have just a simple scissor. I have one of the most important parts. This is the boa that's going to go on the slide. I got this off of Amazon, and I just looked up like black boa. I guess it's supposed to be like the ones that you wear and like throw over for like a costume or something. But it was just really simple. It was, I think, $8 at Amazon, so really, really inexpensive. And then I have here a really old glue gun that my mom found and like pulled out of nowhere, but we had it. If you have a glue gun, that is, I think, the best way to do it. From all the tutorials that I watched, everyone used the glue gun just because it was just super simple and super fast drying. But if you don't have a glue gun, you can definitely use like a super glue, like Gorilla Glue or something like that. I'm sure that that would work as well. So that's it. That's all you need. So I'll show you guys how I did it, kind of a step-by-step. Hey, Nikisha, how are you, girl? I'm going to keep going with this. And I'm taking my boa right here. See, I guess it's the ones that you can like throw on and like, I don't know. It is really messy though. The boa stuff is going all over the place. And what I'm going to do is kind of just measure it out on my slide. So I'm going to take my boa, stick it on here, and I know that I'm only going to need about 2 passes of the boa because it's so fluffy and so like big and voluptuous. You don't need a lot of it. It's good. It's going to take up a lot of space. So I'm just going to measure it out just to make sure. If you're on here, say hello. I want to know who's watching me make this. Guys, you guys are going to love this if you do decide to make it, by the way. So I have my boa. I'm putting it on, and I'm just going to measure it out. So just for one pass, I come up to about here. And then I'm just going to pretend that I'm gluing it and do another pass. And I kind of made it to here. So my finger is where I need to cut my boa. So I'm going to go by that. I'm taking my scissor. I'm taking my boa. I'm going to go just like a smidge bit out from that, just so if I ever make a mistake or whatever, that it's fine. And now I'm going to cut it. Before you cut it, you might just want to move some of the hair out of the way. Because like I said, these boas are like really messy. Hey, Aaliyah, thank you so much for hopping on. Girl, if you make these slides, you're going to love them. You're going to love them. So I'm just going to cut it right here. It may take a little bit for it to cut. I'm using my left hand like I'm left-handed, and I'm not. So I'm going to use my right hand. Cut this boa. And there we go. Inside of the boa, there's like a rope that kind of keeps it all together, so that may be the hardest part to cut. But there we go. See how much I used? And there's feathers everywhere, but I paid $8 for the whole thing, and I have so much more left over. So you're not going to use a lot. You can like make these as presents or give them out as gifts. I think it's a really good idea to do something like that. So I have the piece of my boa that I'm going to use, and I have my slide again handy. So I'm just taking my boa, and again, I'm just going to map it out one last time. Now, if you have a slide like mine, you have like a flap here. I chose not to go over the flap because if I ever want to open up my shoe, I'll be able to do that. So if you have a slide that opens, make sure you only cover the part of the first flap, not on the side. So if you just quickly on my other slide, you could still see the Nike and everything on there because I didn't cover that second flap. I hope that makes sense. If you don't have one like me, like you literally just have a slide, you're good. Okay, here's my boa. Now, here comes the part where we don't need anything else. We don't need the boa. We don't need the scissors. Now we need the glue gun. And of course, with the glue gun, you're going to move fast. So I got my glue gun, and I'm going to map out a line on my shoe that just goes from here to here. We're just going to do one pass of the boa first to get that first part down. Okay, here we go. So I'm taking my glue gun. Don't worry if this is like not perfect. It doesn't need to be a perfect line. It's just going to be what it is. Make sure there's a nice amount of glue on there. See? Putting my glue gun down now. Taking my boa. Okay, some of it's stuck. And I'm just going to place it down. And when I place it, I'm also just going to press it a little bit to make sure that it's sticking perfectly. This may take a minute. You want your glue to dry. So be patient with this step because you really want it to stick. You don't want these falling off and looking crazy. If you're still watching, leave me some hearts, leave me some likes. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so I pushed it down, and you see I just have like a piece just flopping. Hey, Gabby, thank you for joining in. I have a piece just flapping in the wind. This piece is going to get glued and be like that. And it's going to look so cute, okay? Just get ready. Like, just give me, like, a minute, and I'm going to show you how cute this is. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so now I'm going to do my second pass of glue. It's like my second row with my glue gun. Same thing. It's so easy. Same thing. So I'm taking my glue gun, and I'm just going to go down like I did before, okay? Make sure that you act kind of fast because this glue gun is going to dry, of course. Okay. So, hope you guys can see that. I'm going to make my straight line again. Okay. And I'm just making sure my glue is kind of like spaced out so it gets all of it. Now I'm taking this and wrapping it back around. Okay? And I'm just sticking. Now, so it kind of made a loop. It made a loop on your slide there. Also with this glue gun, you guys know you're going to have some like pieces that are like flying around. Don't worry about it. They dried already, so you could just like pick them off. Okay. So I'm just pressing down, making sure that this is like really in there. And it feels good so far. Nothing's really moving. You can always go back, I'm sure, and like just put a little bit more glue underneath. I think I'm going to do that with this one piece right here. I think I'm going to go back. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I'm going to go back with my glue gun. Hey, Shamia, thank you so much for joining, girl. All right, I'm going back with my glue gun. I just put like a dot. Literally the smallest dot. And I'm just going to take this boa and stick it there. It was a little too wobbly for me. I just want these to stay forever and ever because I think they're so freaking cute. So, and I'm pressing it down, making sure that it's in there. Now I'm just going to go back and kind of clean out You may have some like dry glue things that you want to make sure are not on your, what's it called, on your boa. Because guys, you want this to look like, I don't know, you want them to look like you brought them. You want them to look like Pumas. Like, that's why we're doing this. So make sure that if there's any like weird things going on, you got it covered. Now I see here that I have like a little space that I don't like. I want it to be voluptuous. So I'm going to go back and just take like the smallest piece of the boa. Remember that this boa is so fluffy, so you don't need a lot to cover a space. I didn't do this with my last one, but I'm going to do it with this one because I don't like that space on there. And also because I'm here with you guys and you guys are keeping me company. Shimia, you've been creative. Your hair and skin. Thank you so much. I tried a new concealer today. I am obsessed with the LA Girl concealers. The LA Girl Pro Conceal. It's like $3.99. If you don't, you guys have probably heard of it. But they're the best concealers in the world. And I tried like a lighter one. I don't know. But thank you so much for that. And Tamira, yeah, these are really cute. I feel like they're perfect gifts. If someone would have gave me one of these for Christmas, I would be like, oh my God, thank you so much. So I'm moving my stuff out. Like, see that space? I don't like that. So I'm moving the boa out of the way so it doesn't get messy. I'm going to take my glue gun and put more glue just in a line. It's actually right over the Nike check, which is kind of funny. And now I'm taking this piece and sticking it on. Again, you want to make sure that you push it so that it stays. You don't want this to be like sliding off or looking crazy. Because I don't want you guys to be walking around with your slides and be like, oh my God, Imani made these slides and she told me to do this. Okay. It's on. There we go. They're perfect. I love the way this looks. Now I'm just going to do one more thing. I have just a little piece of the boa kind of like hanging off. I'm going to cut that. You probably can't even see it, but if you were doing your own, you would notice it. I'm just going to cut that little like hard piece off. These aren't the best scissors, but I'm going to cut that off. And then the last part that you want to do with your slides, how I did with these, see these are the finished ones. What you want to do next is totally up to your discretion, but with me, I wanted to make my slides look uniform and pretty and not like I did them here at the house. So I went back with my scissors after I finished gluing and kind of just cut like just enough. These aren't the best scissors, guys, and I do have better ones, but just not here with me. You want to make sure that you cut it so it kind of like frames your slide, and you know, so that instead of the hairs going all over the place, they're more uniform around your slide. You know, like these, you don't need those. So I'm going to cut those. Over here, it looks a little crazy, so I'm just going to cut these. Okay, now it's cutting for me a little bit more. But see how you want to make them more uniform? So I would go back with a better scissor than mine. I think these are like dollar store scissors, that's why they're not working. But I would go back with a nice scissor and kind of just frame your slide so that in the end, it looks like this one. And you see this one is more uniform all around. It covers the sides. This side, like I said, is the part that the flap is on, so you don't want to cover that. But it's just more pretty. It's kind of like when you're grooming your fro. Like, you want to make sure that your fro doesn't have like hairs going all over the place. You kind of pat them down. That's what you want to do with your slide. It's same. The fro, the slide, the fro, the slide. So that is how you make the faux fur slides. You will be looking like Kylie Jenner. I don't know if you want to look like her. I kind of don't, but you'll be looking like Rihanna in your slides. I know that these are like very popular right now, and again, I could imagine if you gave these to someone for a gift, they would love, especially someone that kind of follows those people, and they'll be walking around with cute slides. So I'll leave some links below so that you guys can go back and purchase some of the things that you need. Again, you probably have a glue gun at your house, but you do need the boa, so I'll leave that link below from Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This was fun, and this was a really different video for me to make, but I love to make these types of videos because, I don't know, I just want to do these more often. I like talking to you guys, and I thank you so much for hopping on with me. I'm going to be wearing my slides and taking pictures in them and showing you, okay? Sounds good? Thanks, guys. Bye.